Hello, my name is John Lord. I am your instructor for Accounting 1B. Welcome. I wanted to leave this video so you can see how we're going to organize the course and what the various weeks coming forward are going to look like for us for this quarter. So as you can see, I have Canvas on the screen and I'm going to be going through some of that here with you, just so you can see where to find things and where our exams are going to be, that sort of thing. And I wanted to give you a little bit about my background. I've been teaching at De Anza for about 2 years, teaching 1A, 1B. I also teach the auditing course and the fraud course on occasion. I teach also at Stanford University, and I also teach at Golden Gate University in San Francisco. I've taught at San Jose State, San Francisco State, and UC Berkeley. Retired from state teaching about 4 or 5 years ago, and now I pursue the community college and the private colleges, Stanford and Golden Gate University. I've been teaching the CPA exam as well for about 30 years. So I have 30 years of experience in teaching, combined with 26 years working for the federal government, an agency called the Government Accountability Office. So I spent 26 years working for the federal government. While I was working for the federal government, started teaching at some of the institutions I mentioned, and then retired from the federal government about probably about 13, 14 years ago. And now I pursue teaching full time at the various institutions I've mentioned. As you can see I am a certified public accountant also here in the state of California. I got my experience through doing various financial statement audits of federal agencies. We're talking about, of course, financial statements here in this class, and we are continuing the discussion that you had in an introductory course, perhaps maybe 1A here at De Anza. Maybe you were my student at De Anza. As you can see, I have Canvas on the screen here, and I'm going to be going through the syllabus first. So I'm not going to click on it here because I've already opened it, but you could click on that and you would be able to follow along with me. To see the syllabus, you can see my contact information, phone, De Anza email. That's my cell phone. You can call or email, call or text on that anytime, and then you see the email. There are no scheduled meeting times for this class. It is entirely what they call asynchronous online. But if you do want to schedule a time with me, you can come in and speak to me via Zoom following that link on the for the office hour, or if that time is inconvenient for you, maybe you have another class or something, we can schedule a time. This is a continuation essentially of 1A, same sort of objectives in an introductory, but now we're sort of picking up where we left off. I think in 1A here at De Anza, we leave off talking about current assets. And we're going to turn our attention now to the rest of the balance sheet, essentially looking at the non-current assets, stockholders' equity, statement of cash flows, and then we're going to talk about some tools for financial statement analysis in this particular class. And if you need to read through those, you can. We are going to have two exams in this class. They'll be worth 150 points each, a midterm and a final. The exams consist of 30 multiple choice questions, and we will take them, and I'll show you when we go back to Canvas right here in Canvas. There will also be at least one speaker write-up. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be one or two. It'll amount to 2 to 4 pages of writing for you. So I might have one 3-page requirement, or maybe I'll have two 2-page requirements. I haven't fully determined that because I, in all honesty, don't have my guest speakers secured yet. So we'll see how that is going to play out, and I'll be giving you more information about that pretty shortly here. Homework, which will be done using Cengage, now will yield 100 points, and I'm going to be providing some more information about homework, including a video as to how you'll access the homework and so forth. I'm not giving a tremendous amount of homework in here. I really feel that the homework is extra batting practice for you to help you to do well on the exams. And I'll be showing you how the homework works here in the next day or so, but I need some time to look into what's going on with the textbook. Do not acquire the textbook at this time. There apparently is a problem with the pricing, and they are listing it through the bookstore right now at a price that is higher than it should be. And so do not acquire the textbook at this time. Wait until that is fixed in the system. It's the same for all the classes that use this Cengage material. They have the wrong pricing there, and so that needs to be fixed. And then I'll go ahead and give you the information to acquire the textbook and start to see the homework. Pretty standard grading scale. Okay, you can get an A in this class by doing well on the exams, and then simply attempting the homework and turning in those write-ups when I ask you to turn those in. Many of my students live up in here. I have found what tends to push somebody down into, less desirable range on the grades is not taking the exams when they are due. So I'm going to show you the syllabus. I'm going to show you how the exams are going to work. Write that down, put a note somewhere, pin it to your refrigerator or whatever, and make sure that you know when the exams are going to be given, because I do not give makeup exams. If you don't take it when it's scheduled, I'm not going to reopen it or anything like that. You'll get a 0, and that will obviously severely adversely affect your grade. And so you want to make sure you know when those exams are happening. Plagiarism and cheating. What I do find these days is that for the write-ups, students haphazardly ask chat GBT to go and just write them an essay, and they turn it in. And common mistakes I see are they don't even correctly identify who the speaker is. They'll say, the speaker was Steve Jones. Meanwhile, there was no Steve Jones as the speaker. They'll say the speaker was Bill Gates, and the speaker was not Bill Gates, whatever. And that's when I know, okay, the student used Chat GPT, because I can see it still says Bill Gates said this, Bill Gates said that. Meanwhile, we obviously didn't have Bill Gates as a guest speaker. So be careful if you want Chat GPT to help you out, to get you going, to get you some ideas as to how to organize the write-up and so forth. I'm okay with that. But this notion of just telling Chat GPT to do something for you and thinking it's going to turn back the most correct paper ever is a mistake. And so please don't fall into that trap. Okay. All right, good. Some important links and information that are here available for you. Okay, this is not relevant, so I need to take that out. My apologies. That is not relevant to this course. Okay. And so let's just go ahead and let's take a look at the week to week. So the first week is going to be an accounting process review. Okay. So I've set aside that week 1 to make sure that you were comfortable with the notion of debits and credits. Maybe it was a while since you took 1A or something. And you can see there is a lecture on that, and there are slides on that. Okay, and an example that I go through with you in class on that. Okay, so you absolutely need to go ahead and, take a look at this and make sure that you are comfortable with the accounting process. Okay, and that'll be our week 1. Then once we've done that, and that hopefully by then they will have cleared. There's no homework associated with that particular topic for the first week, and so hopefully by then they will have cleared up the issue with the textbook. And then you can see we go forward, and we have weeks 2 and 3. We'll look at chapter 9. Weeks 4 and 5, chapter 10. Weeks 6 and 7, we'll cover chapter 11. Week 8 Okay, that's when we take the midterm. Now, the way the midterms work, they will open on the Monday in this example, 11:10, and it'll stay all at 12 a.m. Okay, and then it'll stay open all the way until Sunday night, 11:16, and it stays open like that for you to access during that entire time. Now, it's 30 multiple choice questions, as I mentioned. The exam is open in Canvas for 3 hours. So on the day of the week of the exam, you pick what 3 hour window you want to. You come in, you'll go into quizzes. There's no quizzes there yet for you to see. Okay. But you'll go in there on quizzes, you'll click on midterm. Okay. When you click on the midterm, it'll open and you'll have 3 hours to complete it. And you can pick any time within that 1 hour, 3 hour window. Anytime within that 3 hour window, you pick the time that you want to go ahead and take the exam. So you could take it on that Sunday or that Monday when it opens. You get it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's open for an entire week, but make sure you have completed it by 11:59 on the 16th because it will close at that time. You won't be able to open it after that, and you'll get a 0 on the exam if you don't take it during that week of time. And there are no exceptions to that. I think it's very liberal to give you a entire week. You pick a day, 3 hour window to take the exam. You can use any material from this class. By that meaning, once you have the textbook available, you can use the textbook, you can use examples from the homework problems, you can use the practice exams that I give you. So when you're in Canvas, okay, you can see that for each chapter, there are midterm practice exams. Okay, so you will be able to go in and take a look at the practice exams. I don't have the rest of the chapters here yet. I will be providing you those. So, best way to get through the class, get the slides, have them available to you, right, to mark up and so forth. As I go through the lecture that you will be watching, you'll see the lecture here, and then work the practice midterms, which will be very, 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 very similar to the actual midterm. When the midterm comes, again, that is going to be that week. You'll have that entire week to work on the midterm, and you have to pick a 3 hour window in which you click into the exam. Once you start the exam, the 3 hour clock runs. You can't stop it, go back, come back, look at what's in there, come back. You have 3 hours to complete that exam. And once you start it, you can't stop it. And so you have to set aside 3 hours, and you can have any material in front of you from this class. You can't work it with another student. You can't ask another student to give you the answers. You can't go to another website and say, well, what sort of exams has Lord given in the past? None of that is to be used during the exam. It's not proctored. You are on your honor code to make sure that you only use material from this class when you're looking at those exams. Okay. Then you can see on the syllabus here that we will also have a final. So there's 3 chapters per exam. They are worth 150 points each. That combined with your homework points and the write-up points is how you will accumulate the points for your grade in this class. Okay, those are the main things. If I don't see you in the office hour or bump into you maybe around campus sometime or various events, I'm hoping that you have a great quarter, and we will see you when we see you. Okay, thank you.